Cristiano Ronaldo walked onto the pitch in Houston tonight for his sixth World Cup. 20 years after his first appearance back in Germany in 2006, the 41-year-old was once again leading Portugal onto football's biggest stage. By the end of the night, Portugal had failed to win. Democratic Republic of Congo, playing their first World Cup match in 52 years, walked away with a 1-1 draw against one of the tournament favorites. And Ronaldo, despite playing every single minute, finished the match without a single shot on target. This is the story of a night that raised serious questions about whether the greatest individual goal-scoring run in football history is finally, truly, coming to an end. Let us start with the match itself. Because for 6 minutes, everything went exactly as Portugal and their fans expected. Portugal began with overwhelming dominance. They completed 84 passes to Congo's 12 in the opening sequence. In the 6th minute, that pressure paid off. João Neves rose highest from a perfectly lofted pass by Pedro Neto and headed the ball past Congo's goalkeeper. Portugal 1, Congo DR 0. The match looked exactly like the formality everyone had predicted, but then something remarkable happened. DR Congo, a team that had not appeared at a World Cup since a 1974 group stage exit against Brazil in West Germany, did not collapse. They did not retreat into pure defense. They played their way back into the match. In the 11th minute, Yoane Wissa sent a header inches wide of the post after a pinpoint cross. It was a warning sign that Portugal's defense did not heed. Then, on the stroke of half-time, that warning became reality. Wissa rose at a corner kick and headed the ball past Portugal's goalkeeper. The Leopards of Congo had equalized against one of the most talented squads at this World Cup, Portugal 1, Congo DR 1. And that score never changed for the remaining 45 minutes plus stoppage time. Now let us talk about what happened to Portugal after they conceded that equalizer, because the statistics tell a story that should worry every Portugal fan watching this tournament. Before Congo's goal, Portugal were playing some of the most fluid, attractive football of the entire World Cup so far. They controlled the game with technical superiority, finding space, creating chances, looking every bit like potential champions. After Congo equalized, everything changed. Portugal managed just 6 shot attempts in the remaining time. Their head coach Roberto Martinez explained it himself after the match, saying that once Congo leveled the score, the emotions of that moment had a negative effect on his team's performance. They stopped taking risks. They stopped looking for space. They stopped reaching the final third with the same conviction. By full time, the statistics painted an uncomfortable picture for the heavy favorites. Congo DR actually finished with more shot attempts than Portugal, 8-7, more shots on goal, 2-1, and a higher expected goals value, 0.82 to 0.64. Portugal dominated possession with around 75% of the ball, but dominance of possession means nothing if you cannot convert it into clear chances. Now let us focus on the man whose performance is generating the most discussion across the entire football world tonight. Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo played all 90 minutes. He recorded the fewest touches of any player on the pitch, just 25 in total. He attempted only 3 shots throughout the entire match, and none of them found the target. This was the 6th time in his World Cup career that he has finished a match without registering a single shot on goal. This was not simply a bad performance for one night. This continues a pattern that is now stretched across multiple major tournaments. Ronaldo has not scored a non-penalty goal in a major competition since June 19, 2021. His last World Cup goal came against Ghana in Portugal's 2022 opener in Qatar, and that was from a penalty kick. Since that moment, he has now gone 10 consecutive matches across World Cups and European Championships without finding the net from open play. The numbers become even more striking when you compare them to his greatest rival, Lionel Messi, who also became only the 2nd player in history to appear in 6 World Cups when he played for Argentina the night before. Currently holds 16 goals across 27 World Cup matches, tied for the all-time record. Ronaldo, despite playing 23 World Cup matches across his career, has just 8 goals to his name. When you factor in goal contributions including assists, Messi sits at 24 total contributions. Ronaldo trails significantly behind. Both players entered this World Cup chasing history in their own way. Messi achieved his moment in Kansas City with a hat trick. Ronaldo's quest to become the first player ever to score in 6 different World Cup tournaments fell short tonight in Houston. Despite the frustrating performance, Ronaldo did have moments where the old brilliance flashed through. In the 69th minute, he created a genuine opportunity, controlling a pass inside the box, but his shot crept just past the right post in a moment that could have completely changed the outcome of this match. In the 74th minute, he received another promising pass, but his effort was blocked by Congo's well-organized defense. Portugal's coach, Roberto Martinez, was asked directly after the match whether he considered substituting his 41-year-old captain at any point. His answer was telling. He said it makes no sense to take the best goal scorer in world football out of a game when you desperately need goals. Martinez is clearly still backing Ronaldo completely, even as questions about his effectiveness at this level continue to grow louder. Martinez also took responsibility for the team's broader struggles, rather than placing the blame solely on his captain. He explained that after Congo's equalizer, Portugal failed to provide adequate service into the final third for their striker. He said the team needs to find better ways to get the ball into the right positions for Ronaldo's movements to actually matter. Ronaldo himself addressed the result directly. Taking to social media after the match, he posted a photo with a caption that read, "Not the start we wanted, but this is far from over. Head up and focus on the next game." It was a defiant response from a player who has built an entire career on refusing to accept decline gracefully. Now let us give proper credit to the team that earned this result. Democratic Republic of Congo's achievement tonight cannot be overstated. This nation had not appeared at a World Cup in 52 years. Their previous and only prior appearance came in 1974, when as Zaire they suffered a 3-0 defeat to Brazil and exited at the group stage without scoring a single goal. Tonight, in their first World Cup match in more than 5 decades, they did not just avoid embarrassment against a heavily favored European nation. They earned a point that could prove crucial in qualification. Congo's coach Sébastien Desabre, who took charge of the team in 2022 and guided them to the semifinals of the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations, spoke about his team's mental resilience after the match. He drew a direct comparison to their World Cup qualification match against Nigeria last November, where they had also conceded an early goal before fighting back to eventually qualify for the World Cup through the playoffs. He said his players have demonstrated the mental ability to cope with difficult starts and reset themselves during matches. This result also continues a remarkable trend at this World Cup. Congo DR's draw follows a similar story from Cape Verde, who held Spain to a scoreless draw earlier in the tournament. African nations, against significant odds and lower world rankings, are repeatedly proving they belong on this stage against traditional European powers. So what does this all mean going forward? Let us look at the bigger picture for Portugal. This was the 4th time in the last 5 World Cups that Portugal have failed to win their opening match. Martinez, attempting to calm any panic, pointed to historical precedent after the game. He reminded reporters that Argentina lost their opening match to Saudi Arabia at the 2022 World Cup and went on to win the entire tournament. He also referenced Spain losing to Switzerland in 2010 before eventually lifting the trophy that year as well. His message was clear. One disappointing result in an opening match does not define an entire tournament campaign. Portugal will next face Uzbekistan on Tuesday in Houston, followed by a match against Colombia. Group K, which also includes those 2 nations alongside DR Congo, suddenly looks far more competitive and unpredictable than anyone anticipated before tonight. The bigger question hanging over Portugal's entire campaign is whether their 41-year-old captain can still deliver at the level this tournament demands. Ronaldo remains Portugal's all-time leading scorer with an extraordinary 143 international goals. His legacy in the sport is already permanently secured regardless of what happens in the coming weeks. But legacies built on past brilliance do not score goals in the present. And tonight in Houston, against a Congo DR side playing with nothing to lose and everything to gain, Portugal discovered that talent and history alone are not enough to guarantee results at a World Cup. The question that will follow Ronaldo for the rest of this tournament is simple and uncomfortable. Can a 41-year-old, no matter how legendary, still be the difference maker that Portugal needs against the best teams in the world? Tonight, the answer was no. Whether that changes in the matches ahead will define how this final World Cup chapter of his career is ultimately remembered. Subscribe right now. I will be covering every match of Portugal's World Cup campaign and tracking whether Ronaldo can find his form before it is too late. Comment below. Do you think Ronaldo can still deliver at this World Cup, or is this finally the tournament where age catches up with him? Drop your prediction below. See you in the next one.